And the hotel industry is once again in limbo as Americans struggle to balance living their lives and also staying safe from coronavirus.
Let's talk more about this. We have Michael Jacobson, the president and CEO of the Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association, with us now. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. So just give us the big picture. I mean, how's the hotel industry doing right now?
You know what? We really thought we were really continuing through the recovery. We had great momentum through the summer of last year, even through the holiday season. But now that we're in the new year, we're back in some of our downtown hotels had single digits occupancy last week. That means 90 to 95% of their total rooms sat empty last week. So with Omicron and other factors, we're really sitting empty and we're back at square one in terms of the recovery. And unfortunately, what that means is that more and more hoteliers are struggling to survive, and the pace of foreclosure you're really starting to see pick up now that we're 2 years into the pandemic.
That's troubling. Now, I'm guessing that each year there is somewhat of a dip right after the holidays, but can you give us an idea, Michael, of how this year, 2022, compares to the first two pandemic years in terms of this January post-holiday stretch?
Yeah, January is always a quiet time, don't get me wrong, but we're at about 50% in terms of our hotel occupancy where we were in January of 2019. So we're definitely better than where we were at this point last year. So it's not where we're at ground bottom of where we were in the peak of the pandemic, but we're still so far off where we should be in normal times, and hotels right now are just bleeding money, and it's whether or not they can survive until Omicron is past us. So it can't come soon enough, and that's why we're really pushing people to be safe, go get vaccinated, because not only do our lives depend on it, but our livelihoods depend on it as well.
I mean, when you talk about less than 10 rooms in a hotel being occupied, what does that mean? Are places laying off the staff? Are places going to be closing down soon?
Yeah, we're hearing more and more hotels being put up for sale just as a last ditch effort so that they avoid the foreclosure, and kind of some of these owners, what a lot of people don't realize, it's not Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt that own these hotels. It's individual owners, and they're just fighting to survive and not lose their property to the bank. So unfortunately, you're going to see some hotels that are going to lose that battle and go back to the bank, and hopefully they don't shut down and go out of business altogether. Hopefully they get a new seller or a new buyer. But what you're going to see is the big guys come in and swoop in and get all these properties, and it's these individual mom and pop owners that are going to be the ones that are left without their livelihoods and their properties. So that's why we're really pushing the state government as well as the federal government to come to the aid of hotels, because while restaurants and airlines and theaters have gotten bailouts from the federal government, hotels have gotten nothing, and we've gotten very little from the state as well. So right now, with the state legislative session in session, we're pushing the governor and the legislature to come to the aid of these hotels, because like I said, we thought we would be beyond this by now. And right now we're fighting. This is some of the worst shape that hotels have been in.
Okay, so you mentioned the help needed from at the government level. But real quick before we go, we only have a couple seconds. Is there anything that citizens can do, just residents or travelers?
I'll tell you, I was looking for a room this week just to go down and spend a weekend with my family, and rates are dirt cheap right now. So it's a great time to go out and do a staycation and go and enjoy the restaurants, the museums, the theaters. If done safely, it can be done properly. So support your local tourism industry so that they're there when we're past this and we're beyond the pandemic.
All right, President and CEO of the Illinois Hotel and Lodging Association, Michael Jacobson, thanks so much. And
Thank you.
We wish you the best.